public network, this is not a network you control, so you lose package, right? And this might have some effects, like this would be the mild effect, that you lose the color. But you can have some strange artifacts that are much more basically bringing trouble into the signal. So we're losing packets, and we can lose voice, we can lose video, we can have artifacts, whatever. So how do we correct this? Basically, we applied innovative retransmission technology. We measure the round-trip delay, and we retransmit the core frames that need to be retransmitted so that we still get the acquisition quality signal. I mean, this way we of course introduce some latency, but the latency recommendations are like 4 times round-trip delay plus jitter, and we are still talking milliseconds there. What would be applications for that? Well, content acquisition, like you have your international news or international football or whatever sports, and it's not like Premier League where you have 12 HD signals from cameras that have to be transported for the remote production, but you have some lesser extent event, and for this could be really good application. This way you can either back up or replace satellite, and sometimes uplink doesn't exist or costs too much. With the cost of local internet, you really have huge cost advantages. Media network providers, not all producers. We learned today that there are 256 content providers in Romania. Not all of them are able to do online contribution. With our solution, it might be possible. News gathering. Many of the broadcasters have or content producers have more and more international agencies. They would like to do live contribution. They don't always have satellite or whatever uplink available, or it's too expensive. This way, they have a really nice solution how this can be set ad hoc. Live sports, maybe not for the Bayern match where we have much higher transmission capacities. For this is the other equipment. I will relate to it later. But for some second, third league, I mean, you have viewers for that. There is market that you can use applications for. So the product we basically develop. It can work over internet. This is the most common application, but it can also work over managed networks as other applications. Latency is predictable. I said 4 times round-trip delay. You measure your internet connection point to point. Basically, you can use speed test. You get the latency 4 times. That would be the recommended buffer size for delay. This way, you get acquisition constant quality. It can work in various configuration, point to point, point to multi-point, up to 32 transport streams are supported. Overview. There are 2 versions. One with embedded encoder and one with, well, actually 2 versions without the embedded encoders. This last version only uses the protected transport string. Then we added the upper version. The upper version where we embedded the encoder. Boxes otherwise look the same. The later version is one box encoder transport solution. Basically, if you want to have content really fast, the version without encoder is meant for customers who already have encoders and who just like to use internet for reliable content acquisition. The encoder version has up to 4 parallel either SDI or HDI encoders. We were choosing which codec to use, and we got the best results with what is mentioned here. They're very easy setup, not so much done. It's almost like plug and play solutions. Edit is the encoding, the ports, and it basically also relates to all our other products. So the license structure, it depends what you need. You have the base unit, and then you choose the licenses, encoding, decoder that you might want to use. Some technical details of the encoding. I don't want to go to too many details, but basically you choose the license you would like to have. And this would be the technical overview of the stream, how we pass from source ingress to the egress. as with other products, we have MPEG monitoring of all relevant data and provide full error-protected transport. How this connects to our existing portfolio, that is basically our managed networks. NetInsight is delivering any type of media, audio, video, or high-quality IP service over any type of infrastructure. We're just adding something more to be transported over public unmanaged networks over internet. So this is how we basically connect to the existing portfolio. And then we get to the complete picture. What we're discussing today is here in the lower right end of the schematics, but basically connects with all our other applications. That this way they kind of bring complete picture. So once you want to transport anything from low event activities to really high-end transmission of 4K or higher capacity events.